Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tech-Clarity TV. My name's Jim Brown, president of Tech-Clarity, where we make the value of technology clear. Today I'd like to talk to you about a very important topic: how to buy a PDM system. It's a very important topic because getting the right product data management solution for your business can have a big impact on your ability to improve product development efficiency and ultimately product profitability. Tech-Clarity has published a lot of research on product data management. We've talked about the business value of product data management and even benchmarked the value that companies can receive and how it really makes tangible business differences. We've also been able to help companies understand how to implement PDM most effectively in order to get the most optimal total cost of ownership and get the best possible ROI from it. Today we'd like to introduce the PDM Buyer's Guide that really gives some insight in how to choose the right PDM for your business. So we're introducing the PDM framework, PDM Evaluation Framework, and there are really four main sections to it. The first is clearly about the software, and obviously that's going to be very important. The second is actually about service and what service offerings come associated with the software. Third, we're going to talk about what you should look for in the vendor that's providing the software and the services. And then finally, we're going to talk about some special considerations based on industry and based on company size. It's important to evaluate all of these different areas holistically because each of them can have a really big impact on the value that you can actually receive from the PDM system, and then also what that long-term total cost of ownership looks like. So we're not going to go into a lot of detail here about the value and capabilities of product data management, but I do want to just make a quick reminder that the value comes from the ability to control, access, and share data related to products and their designs, and even some of the commercial aspects around bringing those products to market and serving customers effectively. The first area that I want to talk about in the framework is really about the product requirements. And I think the control, access, share area or framework is really a good way to look at it. And what we've done is try and look for some key considerations that you can look for when in all of the different areas when you're looking for a product data management system. So the PDM Buyer's Guide does not have a full exhaustive list of all requirements. But for example, in this control, access, share area of requirements, we found certain things that tend to be some core differentiators that companies can use as a litmus test to see if it's the right PDM system for them. One of the key things around control is really being able to manage the relationships, understanding how all of the different elements of the design and how all of the different deliverables tie together, so you understand the impact of change and you can keep all of that information integrated is extremely important. It's also important to make sure that it's going to integrate with your CAD system because just managing 3D files and assemblies can be a challenge. So those are a couple of key areas to look for. When you start getting into the access, which is really about engineers and designers being able to retrieve product information, one of the key differentiators that we've seen is the ability to pull together and bring up large assemblies. The performance can be very different depending on how well your PDM system works with your CAD system. Another area for sharing is to make sure that there's an ability for non-engineers, for people without CAD software, to be able to view and really understand the designs without having to go and ask an engineer to show it to them. So it really should be an easy way for them to see the design data. So if I start to look at service, these are really areas that are going to impact the implementation, but also beyond the implementation, the full life cycle of the PDM implementation. These are things that can really have a big impact on TCO. Some of the things that you want to look for are product related and not just service related, like scalability and the infrastructure requirements and processes and workflows that come associated with the tool. But also things like tailorability, ease of use, training and adoption capabilities and services, whether they're web-based and tutorials, those sorts of things. And probably non-product related, but really organizationally, it's important to make sure that there are going to be good support resources available in all of the geographies that you're supporting the product. I want to talk a little bit about some special requirements, and we're not going to have a chance to go through everything on this podcast, and even in the paper we don't go into a lot of detail on special industry requirements, but we do talk about some requirements by size. In general, for smaller companies, they're looking for a solution that is simple, efficient, and they can get implemented very quickly. So the installation, support, adoption, those are things that are very important to review. And then when you get to larger companies, you start looking for more enterprise class, enterprise level capabilities. Obviously, you still want the ease of use and you still want an easy installation, but you're probably looking to scale across multiple sites and meet global design centers. And there are even some licensing things that are important for that. Probably looking for more integration in other enterprise systems and probably looking for a higher level of process maturity to support the business. So there's a little bit more detail about those in the paper. But again, these are some key things to look for if you are a smaller or larger business. So to end with some key takeaways, PDM can provide some really significant business value, and we see the leading manufacturers really embracing structured ways of managing their product development processes and data. And as you look to get the right solution, which is very important to get the right TCO and the right ROI from your implementation, there really are these four major areas that are important to look at. And again, you need to look at them holistically. So weigh each of them. And you may want to have a broader list of product requirements for final validation of a solution. But when you're first getting started looking at solutions, these high-level requirements are a great way to narrow down the solution that you're looking for and find something that can really work for you. I hope this has been helpful. I really enjoyed sharing this information with you. The report's available from my website. You can download it for free, and I look forward to continuing the conversation on my website or anywhere in social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever it is that you may like to contact me. Thanks and have a great day.